in my last video, I said I would tell you. Okay, so let me just give you some more heads up on my channel. Okay, this is how my channel's gonna be laid out. I'm gonna do videos Monday to Friday, right? Every single day. They're gonna come out later because I gotta do them every day and upload them because my internet is slower than freaking ball sacks Beloses. Okay? No, never get Frontier. And 2, never get Frontier. And 3, don't get Frontier. They're fucking trash! Anyways, it's internet in my where I live. Anyways. I say anyways. Okay. So, last video I said I'm going to start daily vlogging. I'm not going to daily vlog. I'm going to vlog like 2 days a week. And, yeah. But vlog 2 days a week. 2 to 3 days a week. And the other days, I'm going... Tuesdays and Thursdays are definitely vlog days. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are going to be story time videos about when I was living in my trailer park. Which is... I did some lost stupid shit. Like, if you ever lived in a trailer park, you probably know some stuff. Like, if you live in my trailer park, like, we own this trailer park. I'll tell you about that in a little while. I'll tell you about that in one of my videos. I got, like, 30 videos written down. Ideas written down, so I'm not going out for a long time. So, yeah, that's interesting. We basically owned this trailer park when we was, like, 15 and it shut down. Well, anyways, last video, I said I was going to tell you about how it shut down and why it was ghetto-ness and what happened. Okay, so, to start off this story time video, I gotta tell you a little bit about trailer park, right? This trailer park is where the poor people live. Like, nobody in this trailer park had any money. Well, some people might have, but most people was just barely getting by, like, paycheck to paycheck, right? We's one of them, and we's one of them, and we still are to this day because we ain't got no money, right? So most people in there barely paid their rent, right? Well, there was about 400 trailers in there, right? And every single one had somebody living in it, right? Well, apparently there was only 7 people paying rent in the entire park, right? So the freaking park owner, manager, I don't know what he was, because he's like the guy who owned the park, like, let his son take over and do everything, but he didn't do much, so he didn't give a shit, and like, they was like only 7 people paying rent. We's one of these people, so don't say we was paying our rent. We's one of these people, right? And I know damn well that our neighbor, who was a friend, who was a friend's kid of my mom's, who moved next to us, right, like a couple years before trailer park shut down, right? Because it's a long story. Anyways, yeah, he was a neighbor. I know he didn't pay rent because, like, he literally said that when he got his income taxes, if you don't know what that is, income taxes is where you get a bunch of money back from the government for, like, what you did or whatever. Income, okay, you know what that is, right? Unless you're like 12 or 15 or whatever. Anyways, you know what income taxes is, right? Well, he said when he got income taxes back, he was gonna pay his lot rent off, which is like $8,000, right? So I was like, why? Apparently that's what everyone does in trailer park. Well, most people didn't even pay that. Anyways, so here's an interesting thing, right? In our trailer park, there's a lot of feral... Okay, basically, when our park shut down, right? Okay, so take it this way. Our trailer park, most people in this trailer park are poor. They don't have nowhere to go. They ain't got nothing except their trailer, right? Well, most people... Okay, basically, there's been rumors in our park shut down for, like, the last 10 years, right? Like, 10 years, people, oh, it's going to shut down this year. Oh, man, always rumors, right? Well, okay. So, and then the rumors really kicked up, like about a year before they told us we didn't move out, and they gave it 6 months to move out. Yeah, they gave it 6 months to move out, and they gave us, you got 6 months to move. After that, you're going to jail, we're kicking you out. It doesn't matter, we're taking a trailer, right? Anyways, so before that 6 months happened, there was these guys who was walking around the trailer park with, like, they was surveying. They had a surveying team. They had, like, the big, like, lasers and stuff. They was, like, surveying it. And everybody was flipping, oh, God, the trailer park is shut down. Oh, no, right? So everyone flooded the guy's, the owner, right? Because, or whoever he is, like, the owner, manager. I don't know who he was. It was just weird how it was working out the last few years. Because nobody really knew what he was, right? So they was flooding him with questions, right? And every time he'd call, they either said, oh, well, we're putting in new water lines, right? Which I knew was bullshit and everyone else knew it was bullshit, right? So we believed them at last because that's all they ever got, right? So it's like, okay, it's not shutting down. We ain't got, okay, it ain't shutting down. We're fine. It ain't gonna happen, right? Because they kept telling us that. They told everyone. That's what he told everyone, right? So, like, 2 weeks later, apparently someone said they called and they said, oh yeah, the trailer park is actually shutting down this time, right? And he's like, oh shit, that's what the guy said. He's like, no, they didn't tell us that. And he's like, okay, well, yeah. My phone just tied in my pocket. Anyways, so basically that's what it was. And then someone told us, like, okay, the rumors are going fucking crazy, right? But nobody ever moved because nobody believed the rumors because there's rumors, right? So they were surveying it, right, for like a year and a half or so, whatever, right? Well, okay, about a few months before they told us we didn't move out. So about 3 months or so, right? Okay, so then they literally start saying, oh, we're closing down. And we was like the last people to find out because the guy who ran it was going around giving people the thing saying, oh, you gotta move out in a month, right? So we was like the last people to know because we lived in like the way back end. I don't think he even knew we even lived there anymore, honestly, because we don't ever do nothing. We didn't cause trouble or nothing, right? It was just good people who didn't really care. We paid rent, they didn't get it, right? We was like the last people to find out, right? Of course, it was like in a week time. Like, we heard about it for like 2 weeks because everyone was like, oh no, we're closing down, right? So we got the notice, right? And literally, as soon as they got the notice, like a week later, like, whoof, people was gone. That damn place deserted in a month. Like, there was nothing there in a month. Like, half the trailer was gone. Most people just left their trailers. Like 100 and 200 some trailers just left there, right? Just rotting because they was too old to move and stuff. And they was just gone, disappeared in a month's freaking time, right? Right? In a month's time, they just freaking took off, right? And we was the last people to leave because we had to wait. You know, when we moved to, we had to dig water lines, right? Because we're way away from, like, the thing that we lived here for a long time. They just put water in, like, 5 years ago, so they put one of our lines to the water line. Anyways, so we had to wait for our friend to do the other people's water lines first, and they figured out, and then in the process of doing that, they figured, oh, well, we have to put in 3 septic tanks because we don't have any, because they thought they had some, but they didn't, because so it took them a long time to do that, right? So we was like the last people to leave. We literally left, when we moved, it was the last day before they closed down, before they kicked us out, like, and literally, it was ridiculous. And then we couldn't find anybody to move us, because we pissed off these movers guys, because they listened, it's another long story. Anyways, so, as I said earlier, in this trailer park, there's a lot of feral cats, like wild cats that just propagate and have sex and make kittens and everything, right? They used to live in our trailer. Anywhere in that trailer park, if there was a trailer that had holes in, like, the underpinning, we don't now, but we did, they would get under there and they would have kittens and they would just give nuts and everybody would feed them and stuff, right? Well, okay, so, and then people just let their cats roam around outside without fixing them, right? At one point, they tried to get people to fix their cats, but he didn't really enforce it. Anyways, and at one point, he tried to catch them and then kill them by getting them to the pound. I know it's mean, but that's what he did because there's just too many of them to mess with. There's, like, probably a herd of, like, 50 cats at one point running around this trailer park. Well, maybe not that many. At least 20-ish, but not like a herd. You know, there's a good bit of running around, right? So, when we moved out, after our 6 months of us waiting for people to get done so we could be next, because we didn't know what to do, because we never moved to a trailer before. So we were waiting and we waited. Anyways, okay, so after about a week we moved where we moved to, right? And the place shut down. In the newspaper, like 2 weeks later, they literally said that this old woman who just left their house, right? Because, like, a lot of people just left their house. And in the newspaper, they literally said, like, some people straight up left. Oh, and then let me tell you another thing. Like, 3 people killed themselves because they didn't have nothing else to do. Like, it was bad. Like I'm dead serious. Like, 3 people in the trailer park literally just offed themselves, shot themselves in the face in, like, a month's time when they said we had to shut down. That's pretty sad, but it happens because they didn't have nowhere else to go. They didn't have family or nothing, and it was just a rough time for everyone. And it was a rough time for me, too, especially, like, the year after, because I had to move. It was in my last year of high school. I didn't want to move to a whole new school, and it was... But not as bad as them guys. Those guys had it pretty rough. They killed themselves. It was 3 people. Anyways, in the newspaper, right, like a week later after it shut down, they literally said that they found a trailer full of just cats, right? Just cats galore. Like, they's emaciated and just living in their own shit, right? Apparently, some old woman, before she left, took all the cats she could find and threw them in her house and just left them there. Because she thought they should be in the house so they didn't have to die to the elements and stuff. But it didn't work out that way because they couldn't get out, and the old woman was probably senile or something. I'm pretty sure, like, her kids should have known something or something about it. But anyways, there's a newspaper saying, oh yeah, they actually got in trouble for it. Like, the SPCA came down and was going to sue the trailer park owner for that. But then I don't know if they ever sued the old woman or not. I'm pretty sure they didn't get the old woman in trouble because she's an old woman and they're not. But yeah, he got in trouble, right? Because we kept going down there to see where we used to live because they was changing it really fast. Like, it was weird because there's no trailers there now, right? So we went down there like a week later, and he's like, oh, no, you can't come in. And they literally yelled at us because people kept coming in there, right? Because people literally kept coming in there to see where he used to live at, because it literally just shut down like a week earlier, and it was like, oh, what's going on in here? So they yelled at us. The SPC people yelled at us, you can't come in here, we're doing stuff, right? It was just crazy. But yeah, dude, the cats in that neighborhood was cray. Also, like a month after, like, well, was it maybe a year, a month? I can't exactly remember the time frame because I had a lot of shit going on in my life at that time. It was probably like a year later. Apparently, some kids who lived above the trailer park, because, okay, this is how it was, like, situated, right? You basically pull into, like, where we used to live. There's a trailer park, and then there's, like, basically a trailer park with, like, this big hole in the ground, right? And you could, like, walk down, like, hills and stuff. And then, like, above it, there's, like, houses and stuff with more kids. Well, not too many more kids, because, like, all the kids basically lived there. Well, they lived above us anyway. Well, anyways, apparently some of the kids who lived above the trailer park kept coming down here, right? And they was smoking in his house because they left a couple of trailers there, because they was going to put townhouses in there, which they're starting to do now. It actually looks really nice now. They have it all nice and flattened out, all the trees gone. They got nice houses in there. It's going to be a nice neighborhood now. Anyway, as I was saying, like a year, maybe like a half a year later, month, I can't remember exactly, but it was pretty early on when it first shut down. Apparently they was smoking in this house, a bunch of teenagers was, right? Like young kids, like 12 to like, I don't know, like 18, probably 16-ish, probably like that. They smoked in his house they left there because they left the house there because they just go use it because it was technically like a house, but it was like a double wide type thing, and it was like, it would look good and nice, so they just kept it there because they was going to use it, right? So they broke into this house and they were smoking there and they cut the thing on fire and it was like woof, and they caught it on fire. And then after that, I don't actually, before I'm gonna tell you a couple other videos I'm gonna make. I'm gonna tell you, this is what this series is gonna be. I'm gonna make a series, like legit series about this. We've done some stupid stuff in our trailer park. Like, I'm gonna tell you how we ruled the trailer park. There was a gang at one point in our trailer park I didn't join, but I was invited to. I found a weed patch over this hill, like a legit, like, 10-foot tall weed plants. I was like 12 at the time. I didn't know what they was. And this guy literally ran us off. And I'm pretty sure the guy who ran us off was the owner, well, will soon be owner of the trailer park. Because the guy who ran the trailer park, or his kid or whatever, he lived in that trailer. And he's the guy who yelled at us, I'm pretty sure, unless it was something else at the time. I'm not entirely sure because it was like years and years before he ran it. But yeah, there's like 10-foot tall weed plants, like a fill behind these guys' trailers. Because like, in our trailer, yeah, I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you about some stupid stuff I've done, about kids lighting the hillside on fire, about kids riding in on our yard in snow and knocking their teeth out, about weird kids moving into a trailer park and stuff like that, about bears coming to a trailer park, about our swimming hole that we found, about me and my friends, about the stupid stuff I used to do, like shooting ball rockets at some guy mowing his grass on a lawnmower over a hill. Don't quote me on that one. Yeah, we've done some stupid stuff. Hot Wheels, we used to ride Hot Wheels, gang. Yeah, this is gonna be a great series. Okay, so be prepared. So yeah, this seriously gonna, peace.